Last week, I asked the two leading AI models in the world, Grok and ChatGPT, both to predict the upcoming Serie games. Now the games have all been played and the results are in, so in this video we're going to see which one was most accurate and reliable. Just before we jump in, I want to very briefly let you know what's coming up on the channel. So we'll have the results for not only the Serie A, but La Liga, Premier League and the Bundesliga, and then we'll have fresh predictions for all of those a little bit later in the week. So plenty of content coming up, and I really hope you'll join me for that and hit that subscribe button. But enough of that, let's jump into it. All right, so let's kick off with AC Milan versus Pisa, and both models agreed on this one and called that a 3-0 Milan win. What actually happened there was a 2-2 draw, so both models getting that dead wrong. Then we've got Parma versus Como, and Grok predicted a 1-1 draw. ChatGPT predicted a 2-1 Parma win, and that ended up as a 0-0 draw. So Grok gets the result there, and ChatGPT gets it totally wrong. Next up is Udinese versus Lecce. Now, Grok predicted a 2-1 Udinese win. ChatGPT predicted a 1-1 draw, and that ended up as a 3-2 Udinese win. So much like the last one, Grok gets the right result and ChatGPT doesn't get it right at all. Moving on, we have Internazionale versus Napoli, and both models predicted the same here, and that was a 2-2 draw. That actually ended up as a 3-1 Napoli win. So both models getting that one wrong. Next up is Atalanta versus Cremonese, and both models agreed again, and that was on a 2-0 Atalanta win. The actual result there being a 1-1 draw. So again, both models get it wrong. And the next game, which was between Torino and Genoa, and both models agreed again. I remember this predictions video now. There was so many they got exactly the same. So yeah, so they predicted a 1-0 Torino win, and that ended up a 2-1 Torino win. So they both got the result there, but not the right score. Then we've got Verona versus Cagliari, and both models agreed again, and that was on a 2-1 Verona win. That actually ended up a 2-2 draw, so both models getting that wrong. And moving on, we have Sassuolo versus Roma, and again, both models were exactly aligned and called that a 3-1 Roma win. That only ended up as a 1-0 Roma win, so getting both models getting the only result right, but not the score. And the penultimate game, which was Fiorentina versus Bologna, and actually no, so this time they predicted different. So Grok predicted a 2-0 Fiorentina win, and ChatGPT predicted a 2-2 draw, and that did end up as a 2-2 draw. So ChatGPT actually gets a score right for the first time in this video, and Grok gets nothing. And finally, the last game, which was Lazio versus Juventus, and both models agreed again on this one, which was a 2-1 Juventus win. That actually ended up as a 1-0 Lazio win. So again, on a very, very poor showing, once more, the models get it wrong. All right, so there are all the scores, and after I think one of the worst performances we've ever had on the channel by both models, let's have a look at the stats, and we'll start with Grok. So out of the 10 games, Grok predicted 4 of the results correct, which is 40% accuracy rate, and it also got 0 scores right, so obviously a 0% on that. Really, really poor. And onto ChatGPT stats, really not that much better, if at all. So out of the 10 games, ChatGPT got 3 results correct, which is 30% accuracy rate. It did, however, manage to get 1 score out of the 10, which is obviously 10%. So at least there's that, but a really terrible showing all round from both this time around. Right, now let's have a quick look at how that impacts the total overall stats. So here we go. Out of 103 total games we've predicted so far, Grok has predicted 52 results correct, which is a 50.5% accuracy rate. And out of those games, 9 scores were predicted correctly by Grok, which comes out as an 8.7% success rate. ChatGPT has got 50 correct results out of 103 games, which comes out as 48.5% accuracy. And it has 11 out of those games, it has 11 scores correct, which is a 10.7% accuracy rate. If you have been following along with these videos, you'll notice that the stats are getting slowly worse and worse. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I think maybe we had a good head start with some of the World Cup qualifier games that were quite easy to predict. I think also we've had some really strange results, right? Like Aston Villa beating Man City, Brentford beating Liverpool, In hindsight, maybe not so strange, but very hard to predict. We had the last Champions League games we had as well, like scores like 7-2 and 6-2 and 5-1, like all over the place. So it has been a bit of a tough period for predictions, whether you're AI or human. So maybe we'll cut them some slack there, but we really need to see some improvements in the next video. And that is basically the video. I'd just like to very quickly say, if you did watch up to this point, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. And while you're here, if I could just ask you to subscribe to the channel and like the video, I'd be very grateful for that as well. But in any event, thank you so much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.